yoga practice is intended to be a devotional practice. It's intended to be a meditation. I'd argue it's not yoga if there's not an element of meditation. And your practice needs to be inspired by an intention. And your intention really should be for the betterment of all beings, okay? Listen, if you have an intention that is selfish and it's not benefiting those people around you, it's not yogic, okay? So think of an intention that's going to benefit not you necessarily, but your neighbor and the people that have to deal with you, okay? And then take the energy of that tension and let it draw down from your hands, between your hands, into your arms and in the space behind your heart. And then let your practice be infused with the energy of that intention. So everything you do physically is being guided and directed and informed by the energy of your intention. Okay? Now, in your next exhale, bring your hands to prayer and seal that in there. And then inhale back to hands and knees. And then exhale to downward facing dog, tuck the toes under. Let's go for it. Inhale, upper push-up position. I'm bringing my intention with me in space behind my heart. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Release your toes, keep your hips on the floor. Now, this one's a baby cobra. Just lift your heart up. Don't use your hands. Just keep the shoulders back. Exhale, touch your chin to the mat. Keep the hips on the floor. Inhale, baby cobra, chest up, elbows in. Exhale, touch your chin to the floor. Excuse me, Sarah. Inhale, lift your chest up. Now hold this baby cobra, okay? Don't use your hands, but keep them on the floor. Squeeze the hands out a little bit. So you're not pressing the hands down, you're just squeezing them, external sundial, squeezing them out. And then gently pull them back, keep them where they're at. Just pull back towards the hips until you feel your heart lift. That's the energy of the cobra. Energy of cobra is like up dog, forward dog. It's like this. It's not like this. It's like this, okay? Now on your next exhale, grip the mat, touch your nose, tuck your toes, and press all the way back to downward facing dog. What we just did was we put together a very basic sun salutation, okay? There's one more element to it I'm going to add, and then we're going to flow through it a couple times, and I'm going to change it up a little bit. On your inhale, lift the hips and pull the hips back, heels off the mat. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Look for and step with your right foot to your right thumb. Here's that element. Climb up onto the fingertips, glance forward. As you exhale, step up with your left foot to meet your right foot and fold. Good. Now inhale, bend the knees 90 degrees, sweep your arms up to chair. And then stand up to prayer. Use your core as you stand up, which is weird. Inhale, sit back down to chair. Sit low, reach high. And then as you exhale, fall forward, fingers on the floor, belly over thighs. Inhale, glance forward, and then step back with your left toes into a low lunge. We're going to add crescent. Boy, this is a little strange thing. Inhale, crescent pose. And then hands on the floor, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale to upper push-up position. And then exhale, lower slow. You always put your knees on the floor if you have to. Inhale, cobra, hips stay on the floor. Now you can come up to a high cobra if you want. Exhale, touch your nose, tuck your toes, press back to downward facing dog. Use your breath, use your belly. Inhale, heels up, big toe mounds, press down, hips pull back. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, step with your left foot to your left thumb. Up on the fingertips, glance forward. Right foot meets the left foot, exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Inhale, sweep the arms up to chair. Exhale, pull yourself up, hands to prayer. Stand up. Inhale, back down to chair. Sit low, reach high. Exhale, fold, chest over thighs. Inhale, glance forward, flat back, and then step back with your right toes to the back of your mat. Now feet are in runner's lunge position. Press down into the left foot. Inhale, come on up to crescent pose. For very top of the inhale, pause. Hands on the ground, downward facing dog. Good. Drift back to upper push-up position. This time for sure put your knees on the mat. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Good. Release the toes and inhale, cobra. That's just, I want to make sure you know how to do that. Tuck the toes and curl right back to downward facing dog. Good. Everybody, feet closer together. Lift the right leg up. Inhale. And then exhale, right knee, right elbow. Squeeze the palms out.